created by some fucking being. Because if you think about it rationally, right? Like, I don't care about I don't like believe like we're robots, right? But the fact is that all of us are biologically pretty much exactly the same, minus like some minor fucking identification genes and shit like that, right? Like, we all have a heart, we all have a brain. It's like a manufactured process of human beings, right? So it's like a mechanical fucking biological mechanisms that had to been created by someone or something with like huge fucking brain power, right? Because like we do that now, like we've created
brain,
species
honestly.
like plants and shit. Like,
Well,
it's probably not
to mention that DNA is pure code.
Okay, so you see our computer, if you plug into the fucking wall, that's electricity like powering all this shit.
Our brain,
computers.
our brain is exactly, our brain reads ones and zeros.
Like,
our brains are on and off with synapses.
Yeah, so we just computers basically.
Yeah,
they're just more
computers.
advanced like computers.
Except
like,
we can
thinking
function
about it,
like ourselves.
Maybe we are the future, and we created AI, and then AI destroyed us, and then AI was depressed about it, and then created humans.
But when you think about it, if we're biologically like created, right? If we're mechanisms like that, that means other species are completely like each and every specific fucking thing is completely different than the next. Like, there's nothing in common, but they live in a society or like a civilization or something like that. Or when you think about it, like God, right? So if humans are created,
$4 billion years of evolution going into this. Like, that's
I'm not even talking about evolution. I'm not even talking about evolution. I mean, like, God is like a symbolism of like what we think is our creator, right? Because like it makes sense. Because if we are if we're biomechanical,
yeah, because something
God is the answer to the
obviously.
unknown. All right, like God is a stuff. They just said the question to these stuff they don't know.
But it makes sense, right?
Well, it makes sense because like you don't know what exists. Like, it's just if you're gonna believe in God for hope and you have nothing else you could do, believe in God. But let's be real, like God.
There's too much
God
substantial evidence against it. Like, not against God himself. I just mean like the written religion. I mean, I could believe something created us for sure, right? Like, there's no way we weren't created by something. Like,
no,
the Andromedians.
Like, even with evolution,
years of RNG,
even with the theory of evolution, someone created that process of evolution. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's lucky RNG, and the RNG made us survive better in the habitat, dude. That's all it is.
But I mean, if there's creatures out there who are like 50 billion times smarter than us, right? Like they're fucking
and they're creatures, they're 50 billion times smarter than that.
Their makeup, like their actual fucking being, like their atoms and shit are completely different.
They don't even exist here,
Like, we couldn't even fathom what the fuck they're made out of, and that's why we
aren't even
perceive
made
them
in
as
the
God.
same physical like realm as ours.
Yeah, they're probably made in like a different universe or something.
Oh my god,
like,
wait, I just had a thought.
It's probably not even like a physical substance.
Yeah, I had a thought.
Yeah.
What if we are a test subject, but it's like an ant farm, you know, the see-through, and like one of the atom beings just made one, and he is God, but one time he came down as Jesus just to fuck with us.
I mean, like,
was
dude,
just
I
a
think,
black
dude,
guy,
yeah,
dude.
if I was
He's just
ever
a
a
black
God,
Jew.
I would definitely do that. I would fuck around with the things I created so much.
Oh yeah,
same.
Like,
this is some of the
Like your
deepest
child? Come on.
theorizing I've ever fucking heard on CSGO server.
Child. That's not the same.
Alright, so you know how we went over like us being like fucking machines and shit? I think that's like my second most like realistic. I think the most realistic theory of like the entire universe is like if you go down like small enough, like even in our own bodies, then that's like its own universe in and of itself.
Dude, there are theories about how we might not even exist, except it's something was I don't remember. I don't like reading
You're
about it.
talking
But
about a
something is
hologram.
more. No, but
No, I'm not talking about holograms. I'm talking about like physically.
Something is
Like
more
if you go small
proven-
enough, it's another universe. Like that's why the universe is
Well,
so
no,
big.
I'm saying what he's saying is that there's
No.
studies that show.
But there are higher odds that we actually are like that we do exist compared to not
Yeah, but
existing.
it's like we don't
it's
even
pretty
know what
controversial whether
existence
this
is,
is like
dude.
base reality, because I mean, just think like if you were to become sufficiently sophisticated in your technology to where you can fabricate a reality that's indistinguishable from our own, then that's pretty inevitable, right?
Yeah.
Especially at the current rate of like innovation is just
What
inevitable.
you just
So
said, I cannot understand what that means.
who's to say, dude, that we're not already in like universe 2 or whatever?
Yeah, we're universe 7, brother.
Can you not
Whatever
play that?
universe we're in, dude, you know?
Like that
You
is
get muted.
Just
John.
fucking muting yourself, dude.
John.
Yeah, muted.
You're not funny. You're not funny.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I don't know why people think they're funny by doing that.
Yeah, I think it's pretty funny, dude.
It's funny,
It's
but
it's
we're not in the
funny.
mood for it right now, apparently.
It's
not funny
funny
when
if
you
you don't
spam
spam.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny to a point, but then when you spam it, it's fucking irritating.
If you use it at the right moment, like
12-year-olds don't have good comedic timing. It's fine.
But the concept of time is subjective, brother.
Buddy.
shut up.
Are we gonna go on that? Damn it.
Also, when God calls us his subjects, what if God is the one of the Adam people and we're his test subjects?
What if God is
Yeah,
even created
we
out of
literally
atoms?
are.
Like, what if atoms are literally just created so we could like be together, like, and not fall apart?
What if
Probably.
Earth was a test to see what happens if you evolve life in a
Like,
climate-based
what if our
environment?
fact of basis of reality that we know so far is completely far fetched from what it
What if
actually
we're
is?
overthinking everything and it's just as simple as it seems?
But what does it seem like? That's the question. What does it seem
It
like?
could be like that. You don't know.
Like,
I think humans
about it.
want
It might
everything
just
to be
that simple.
greater and grander than they are, but I mean, they're not always that insane. I agree with that. It's definitely a
What the
possibility.
hell is this?
Dude,
You guys,
but
like,
we
overthinking
could,
shit.
but we
I'm just like,
could
nah,
be,
this is
but we
simple.
could be the smartest beings that there are.
Yeah, exactly.
I
we
mean,
could
yeah,
be.
there is theories about that. Yeah,
I don't know
How
what's
we're
more
either,
fun,
either the dumbest,
Hey,
we're either the dumbest, or
probability
we're the
and
only
shit,
ones.
I don't think so.
I watched something about because like like a theory that is why we haven't come across other life forms is because like it's kind of like when you get so advanced, like some major disaster happens or like you're trying to make something insane, like it'll make you warp through space and crap, and it just like destroys your entire planet and stuff like that. Like, it gets so advanced.
No, we're
And
just
so,
too dumb. We're just too
like,
dumb enough
you just
to
get
like.
so advanced that you make some huge mistake and it like kills everything, and that's
Maybe,
like
yeah,
a
maybe
big
the
theory.
manifest
War II.
destiny is just like a fucking universal
Kills.
idea, you know? And fucking
Yeah.
people are just gonna keep
It is.
pushing
Wait,
it over and over.
true.
This guy just literally just described that.
Dude, but like, what if planets are like cells, right? And you know how like we as humans could be like a virus, dude. But like the space in between planets is like the magnetic field
So we're
and
like
shit, like
eating
between
Earth
atoms,
and all of
like the
the-
electrons and
It's like
shit.
Greenland and fucking.
Like I know, I'm being
one
serious.
game.
Atoms, like the structure of atoms, is the same as like fucking solar systems, dude.
Yeah,
I
there's
thought
a,
about
there's a
that. I have
natural
thought
order
about
to
that.
electrons and shit as well. That
What if
like
our planet has
zero
already been
communication,
absorbed
they'll
by a
arrange
black
themselves.
hole?
Interesting.
Like, think about it like this. If our planet has already been absorbed by a black hole, there's obviously gotta be some other form of black holes inside of the black
Dude,
hole.
yeah. Oh,
There's
yeah.
gotta be
Oh,
a
yeah.
decent size of black hole that can absorb the other black holes and absorb other things.
And the
That's maybe why
fact,
the
and the
sun's
fact
in a
that fucking
place.
wormholes and shit exist proves that like our fucking universe is malleable, dude.
Maybe why the sun is in its place is
They
because it's
do.
afflicted by a black hole.
What if I have Ebola?
What if a black hole is just infinite black holes?
Alright, we're getting a little carried away and
What
getting
if a
stupid
black
in here.
hole is like a teleporter or something?
These black holes literally consume time. Like if you go into the horizon of a black hole, like time literally stops.
Yeah, and you can't leave
Where
either.
the
It's not
hell is
possible.
the combat? Is what I'm wondering.
You want 1v1 me for like $500 or something?
Yeah.
Private anti-cheat, no fucking scumbags allowed.
No cheats at all.
I don't know, dude. I just feel like nothing matters. We're all gonna die. We're all decomposing organisms, born to die in a made up
That's why we just
society.
gotta have fun while we're here. right?
Anybody ever heard of Terrence McKenna?
Exactly.
And then
dude.
there are people that just abused it and made this.
See, but I don't understand how like the concept
heard
of
of
immortality
Terrence
is
McKenna?
so simple to understand, but so hard to create. Like all we have to do is like freeze the process of ourselves, and we'll literally be immortal.
Actually, that doesn't work because if you freeze yourself,
But not physically
that
freeze them.
kills
I just
you.
mean like come up with a way to like infinitely reproduce them, because jellyfish do that shit. Why can't we just inject jellyfish and become immortal?
there are things that like are immortal unless they are killed.
Exactly.
If they are not
Kinda
harmed by
like
something else, they will live on forever.
But I mean, if we created a way to recreate cells at a pace to where like we wouldn't die, then we could create a pace and we could
People
literally
just don't want to risk
regenerate
becoming
instantly.
like. People just don't want to risk becoming like.
Well, I mean, if
Like
you
you wouldn't even be human at that point.
Yeah, but why would we keep our? What's the point of keeping our humanity?
well,
is, if I could
Because people are
transcend,
scared
if
of
I
it.
could
Respect that
transcend
shit.
beyond, and like, if you're immortal, you could literally become like the smartest being in the entire
It's
universe.
just because
right?
people are
You
scared
can
of it.
see
They don't want to
all
risk
of the
it.
universe. You can see all of the
Nobody
universe,
wants
know
to be
everything about
immortal. That's the
everything.
whole point.
Doesn't that devalue it though? Like
Well, I
a lot
mean-
of the shit is just enigmatic and fucking ambiguous, and like part of the whole reason is just searching for answers. And I
Yeah,
don't know.
but the process of searching would take billions and billions, upon trillions
Maybe
of
that's
fucking
why
years.
we're here, man. Maybe that's our species' fucking ultimate plan. You know, we gotta fucking figure it out. We gotta
Yeah,
tell
maybe,
everybody.
maybe
We're
we'll
literally
be
just
found
doing
as
this for an
steals
alien
trapped
race,
in
Doesn't even
amber.
matter, so
An
that's probably
alien
not the
race wants to
case.
know more about the universe, so they created us to figure it out for them.
Nah,
Yeah.
dude, that's dumb. They just
Well, I
they
mean,
want some like
how
emotional
would they
creatures or some shit.
So they just created us,
Hey.
and they're clearly that much superior, and they don't understand that.
Immortality, kind of, you should call it being impervious to aging, because it wouldn't make you bulletproof or bomb.
No, I mean, but if we came up with a way to be impervious to aging, then we could also come up with a way to be literally regenerative.
Yeah,
Like
how
I mean,
lizards
you
are,
give
but
me
at
200
its
years, and even I can
That would
figure
be
out
the
how to be
first step.
fucking
That would be the
impervious
first
to
step.
human devices.
Well,
At some point,
regenerative-
we are going to be immortal. Like, that's without a fact. We're going to be
That would
immortal at some
suck.
point.
Well,
Yeah, I feel like a big
regenerative.
fan of that.
By then you're gonna be dead.
Oh,
Like,
hell yeah,
it's
dude.
it's not that hard. Like, I
That
mean,
would
obviously
actually
it's
be
hard, but I
torture.
mean, with a
you
couple
think about
hundred
it, we're all
years,
gonna
the,
be dead
the technology
eventually.
will exist.
Okay, but at that point, would we reproduce into things that are also, or would you have to go through another whole process to make them immortal?
I have no idea how it would
And
work. I'm just
what would
saying.
happen to our emotions? I'm
Hold
pretty
up.
sure we would like evolve out of our emotions if we became immortal as well, and that's like a
That would
really
suck.
big part of
I'd
what drives
love
us
to
to
be
create.
immortal.
Hello
Would
guys,
live
how do we
forever.
get so much speed?
Yeah, but once we
Right.
get to that point, then there's nothing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
all
no
there
more
is
so
innovation.
much
There's
to
no
do.
more
What do you
progress.
mean?
All it takes to be immortal is to be able to replace everything in your body but your brain. But when you replace the brain, unless you copy all your fucking senses,
but we don't
and
know
all
shit about brains like that yet.
Yeah, we don't know that much about brains. All we know
All
about
you have to
brains
do
is
is, like,
that
you
they're
have-
activated by electricity. Like, ones and zeros is how our brains work.
All you have to do know is the exact fucking
Neurons.
composition.
Either our
of it.
brain synapses are firing or they're not firing. It's literally ones and zeros,
Well,
dude.
to be honest, if you fix the cancer
That's just
issue,
how we perceive it.
and if you fix the heart issues and stuff, the heart problems and stuff, we
Bro, this is so weird. Yo. I am thinking maybe, bro, this is some deep shit right now, dude.
Do we just go back to
Yeah,
boning
I don't
fucking
know.
monkeys
the
or what?
premise of the movie was that one woman did have a child, and that child was treated like a god.
Wait,
Like King
Oh,
Tut?
okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, imagine
heard
having
about
that
the
much
dream
power
theory?
at that age.
Wait,
Holy
wait, so
shit.
the woman
What's
has
the
such a
point of
one
this
woman get
map?
a child, and then I'm assuming she died in the movie? Or something?
What is the point of this map?
No,
Where
the
are
woman
the
she was.
terrorists?
But the dude like protecting her from people who are like thinking like, okay, so there's like rebellious people who think like it's like an act of
They're
God.
thinking it's meant
like
to
God,
be, yeah.
God's telling, yeah. And so like they're trying to kill her and shit because like they don't want the baby to exist because they think it's an act against God or something. And like
Yeah,
there's a
that
dude
makes
protecting
sense.
her and shit.
That
yeah.
makes
Man, that's
sense.
called an abortion.
Man, I don't like this type of talking. I'm out of here.
What?
Later, Scotty.
No.
Take it easy, brother.
Don't leave, no.
Well, he wasn't talking in the. He wasn't contributing in the conversation, wasn't he?
He's a
No.
little bit,
Okay.
seems a little callous for us, maybe.
I mean, like, I'm a Christian. I can still partake in these talks, though.
I don't know. He's
You know what? I
old-fashioned, maybe.
respect that you have Christianity, dude. 'Cause, I mean,
Okay,
without religion,
I
honestly,
respect-
without religion, there'd be way too
Yeah.
many people like us, and that would just suck, dude.
No,
But
I
God,
respect
God
the
himself,
culture
God
behind
himself,
God,
if he
aight,
does
but-
exist,
I like
if
the
he does
Christians.
exist,
Guys.
he's too big for one religion.
No. I mean, religion is really good to like set a basis for how we should live
Yes,
as humans, right?
exactly.
Whether it's
Like,
true or
imagine if
not, it's a
everyone was
good
the
way
same.
to live your life through. Like you do the right thing, like good, like it's.
Yeah, and
it's
you'll
a
be
good-
not really
satisfied,
what it's
and
even
people
about,
around
though.
you will be happy, and you'll be
Whether you
loved,
believe
and like
in an
that kind of
actual
stuff.
God or not, the act of religion is pretty.
Great
I mean,
chat.
depending. Like some religions are pretty shitty, but some
Okay,
religions are also
no,
good.
I would argue that some interpretations of religion are shitty
No,
because
yeah.
'Cause you
Like
can
some
interpret
Muslims are bad, some
religion
Muslims are
down
good,
down
some Christians are
baseline,
bad.
it's like all the same shit. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
love your
yeah.
fucking neighbors, don't kill people,
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
dude.
I
It's
think
all
the
the same
only
shit.
two religions that are absolutely good are like Hinduism and like Buddhism.
Hinduism and yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because they're like the most ancient, dude. Other than like,
The Hinduism
Like Islam.
isn't that like the first religion?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
yeah.
Islam might have been
No,
predated.
Islam was after. It was before Christianity. Christianity is
Hindu-
the form of
Hinduism
Islam.
and like
Islam's really like it's a really good religion. It's just like motherfuckers who like
Just
fuck it up.
interpretations, yeah.
Yeah, like the sole like purpose of Islam is actually really like good. Like I know some like Muslim folks and they're fucking nice as shit.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
Muslim,
for
they're
sure.
not like
Oh,
fucking.
Sikh people are good too.
Yeah,
Sikh,
like
Sikh,
ISIS motherfuckers are like come on.
there's really only like one or two differences between major religions anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Buddhism,
It's like the
Buddhism,
name of your
and
deity,
Hinduism are
the
all
completely
fucking
still
different.
it is all still talking about like the same god.
Yeah.
No. Buddhism and Hinduism have like billions of
Oh,
gods.
Buddhism is like stupid though.
Yeah, but they're all talking about.
Okay, Buddhism is
People
more
like
like self-centric
have a
than a
higher
lot of
Buddhism
other
was a
religions.
part of Hinduism.
Yeah,
Buddhism is
what-
more about the self than it is about a god.
Yeah, that's more
honestly.
about self. That's saying you are
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
and you are
like
everything.
You should live your
No.
life in a good way because you
Buddhism
represent
Literally
has hundreds of gods. Buddhism has.
Yeah,
Okay,
we know
but those
that.
gods
Hinduism
are
has
just
like a
acts
billion
of-
gods.
Yes, but
But
either
those-
way you
but
look at
they're
it,
not-
it's
but that's
people
not
following
really,
certain
like-
things.
Yeah, it's just
The
what you want to
Hawaiian
follow. You get to pick like 3 gods you want to base your life around and stuff.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
choosing your
Hawaiian
virtues
culture,
from the fucking
Polynesian.
Yeah,
buffet
pretty
table.
much.
It's like the beginning of fucking Morrowind where you have to choose all your like fucking sky and like fucking birth sign and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe in that shit. What's that like?
It's like you either want strength or you want like
astrology?
intelligence.
Yeah,
I
no
don't
thanks.
believe in that shit. It's works for
I
everyone.
choose video
like,
games.
I got this
Astrology is just
fucking-
like a way to understand stars.
I got this
in my
friend that
opinion.
got into like all the fucking star signs and like tarot cards and all that gay shit. And it's like, bro, you gotta really relax on that. I'm not trying to let you read my cards, man. That doesn't mean anything to me.
The only thing about astrology that I like is like when JoJo references it, dude.
Yeah, that's just a good show, though.
Hell
Hey, I
yeah.
have a theory. What if Caillou is God?
Wait, what's that?
That'd be
Caillou.
pretty weird because he's
What
bald.
if I was black and Asian?
He's a kid with cancer.
Does he have cancer? Damn.
That's what it says.
Probably.
That's why he's bald at such a
Kind
young
of looks
age.
like it.
That's why he gets everything he wants. His cancer.
Yes.
Shit, dude, where do I get some of that shit?
Praise the Caillou.
Can I get some cancer up here?
Yeah, hook me up with some cancer, boy.
Bro.
So awful, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is great.
That's a real bra moment.
They went from the universe to cancer real fast.
Dude,
Wait,
there's
does
no
anyone
reason-
know?
talking
Does
about
anyone
it.
know why cancer isn't a part of like our child like vaccines?
Because there's no cure.
because
for it.
we don't have cure
No,
for
but I
it
mean,
yet.
like, isn't the cure for
feel like
viruses
that's
to
like
give yourself the
gonna be-
virus so your body can fight it on its own?
Yes, but there are no.
Yeah,
there are no,
cancer's
like,
a unique situation, though.
There are no
It's
things
not like-
to defeat the virus that causes
Cancer-
cancer.
Wait, cancer isn't
Cancer
even a virus, though.
decomposes
No,
the,
right?
the cells that are supposed to fight off the cancer
No,
cells.
it's
It doesn't do
Oh,
anything like that. It doesn't do
okay,
anything
okay,
like that, dude. It's just the unrestricted growth of cells, basically. And they just like
yeah,
start
it's
blowing up.
literally it's when your cells get stuck in a state of like reproduction and
So
They
cancer
can't
is the
just
first
go
step
down.
you
Yeah,
talk
that's
about,
what I was trying to say earlier. If we get to
Literally
a
at one
point where
point-
we can reproduce cells, if we get them to reproduce too fast, we will.
then that's what cancer is.
Yeah, that's exactly what
cancer is.
cancer is.
Literally evolution.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cancer is literally like the
It's
first step
us-
into
it's
Trying to evolve
immortality.
too fast.
Kids, it's probably just us trying to evolve and failing at
Wait,
it.
dude, that makes so. Oh my
Oh
god.
my
dude.
god, we just closed that
Wait,
discussion.
the reason we haven't cured cancer yet is because instead of scientists wanting to cure it, they're using it to figure out how to create immortality out of
Oh,
it.
what the fuck fuck are you saying? Wait, what?
I mean,
No,
Bro,
okay.
this took a turn.
You were like, that makes so much sense because it did, but then you said something completely irrelevant.
I mean, I would be more on board if you said the big pharma is just trying to make money, but I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it.